address a couple of points regarding the environmental ramifications of the proposed hospital plan, because I'm deeply concerned that constructing the new hospital as planned will cause unnecessary and avoidable environmental degradation, in addition to exorbitant additional costs for new infrastructure, and that a great opportunity for an environmentally sustainable development will be lost. It is my strong belief that keeping and renovating the existing hospitals and perhaps constructing new energy and water efficient community-based specialty clinics would be the most environmentally friendly and sustainable way. What are the main environmental concerns, you might ask? First, more traffic and traffic congestion will occur due to greater distances traveled by Windsorites to the new hospital site. This is a major environmental and human health concern because more traffic generates more air pollution in a region that is already heavily polluted. Cars and trucks release not only carbon dioxide that drives global warming directly, but carbon monoxide that indirectly increases the global warming potential of other greenhouse gases and leads to the formation of ozone. Other pollutants induced by combustion engines are nitrogen oxides that cause acid precipitation and contributes also to the formation of ozone. And lastly, sulfur oxides are generated that are also contributors to acid rain. Besides the environmental issues, these air pollutions have devastating effects on human health, which cannot be outlined here due to time constraints. Therefore, instead of constructing a hospital on a greenfield site, it would be highly advisable to build it on a brownfield location, such as the old General Motors site. I already know that this might not be part of the discussion, but I want to just mention it. Secondly, green space reduces the devastating effects of climate change, since all green, meaning photosynthesizing plants, function as carbon sinks. Or to say it in other words, they reduce the amount of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. Indeed, the Kyoto Protocol, the international community's main instrument for halting global warming, suggests that the absorption of carbon dioxide by the soil and plants is just as valid a means to achieve emission reduction commitments as cutting carbon dioxide emissions from fossil fuels. Green space also prevents the heating up of urban areas, as asphalt and roofs of buildings are often dark colored, which helps drive the urban heat island effect. Additionally, green space is ecologically precious since it offers valuable habitat for plants and animals, which you all certainly know. An increase of impervious surface, meaning surface that cannot be penetrated by water, is another environmental issue resulting from a newly built hospital on green field. Paved areas, such as the proposed large parking lot and the vehicles that are parked on them, can contribute significant amounts of water pollution. This happens because the runoff cannot be infiltrated into the soils, meaning rainwater cannot be stored in the soil, and pollutants that would normally be removed through natural filtering will end up in the gully and ultimately in the Detroit River. Further, impervious surfaces increase the risk of flash flooding during times of heavy runoff because stormwater drains may be insufficient to handle the higher volumes. Suggested solution, again, building on a brownfield site that is already developed and offers sufficient parking space. The proposed location for a new hospital complex will result in growth urban sprawl, we already heard that, which further degrades the environment for the already mentioned reasons. Not only will ecologically valuable green space and economically important farmland be destroyed, but the new complex will result in more development due to supply industry, patients, and hospital staff that wishes to work and live in closer proximity to the new facility. This then will cause more destruction of green space and more impervious surface.